Okay, we are live. We are live for our Q&A session for me to answer your questions on broadcasting. So let me know when you're in. Who is in? This is YouTube Live, by the way. We're in YouTube Live. So let's see how many people are in here right now. Okay. You're not there. So some of you are asking questions all the time, making comments and putting notations everywhere on Brax, asking questions about how to broadcast. And there's definitely some misconceptions and misunderstandings of how this works. So this is the time to actually ask the question, and I'll actually show you a very brief demo on how to use OBS. So OBS is open broadcasting software, and you can download it on the internet. Open broadcasting software. It runs on Linux. It runs on Mac. It runs on PC. So it runs pretty much on every kind of computer. So it's not made for mobile. It's made for a computer. You have a computer, you can use OBS. So many have said, "Oh, looks so complicated." Well, I want to show you that for the simple act of broadcasting your face and talking and so on, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's kind of a powerful piece of software, so you can do a lot more with it, and you can get more sophisticated and fancy. And some of us have done that with our broadcast. Like this is a more sophisticated setup here. What I'm going to do is just show you a brand new computer with nothing on it but just OBS. And I downloaded and installed OBS on Windows 10. So this is a Windows 10 computer I'm going to show you. And then later on you can kind of play it back and see how hard it is to actually do this. Now, it's not for me to do anything more sophisticated with OBS. That's something that somebody can dedicate their time on for later training. But just to show you that for simple stuff, it's actually quite simple. But will this be recorded for you? It is already recorded because it is on YouTube. Yes, it is on YouTube. So I was watching a YouTube video and I don't know where I hear your voice. Zuck! Linus, you've been zucked. You've been zucked. This is live. It's on YouTube Live. It's not on Periscope. It's on YouTube Live. So there's a replay on YouTube Live automatically. So you will be able to play it back later on. And hopefully it won't be too long of a video. But I'm actually going to keep the actual demo very short. I don't intend to demo for more than 5 minutes, but more about asking the questions and you asking questions and me answering it. One of the things that was asked by, I believe, by Doug, and Doug should be the one here, because he was like saying, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this broadcasting of video. I'm just going to stick to audio because it looks so complicated. Well, not really. It's not really that complicated. You can make it complicated, but it's really not. Now, what do you need? You need a computer. The amount of CPU that you would need depends on what you want to do with the computer. If you're going to restream something from Periscope and restream it to YouTube, well, that's going to take a lot of power. But if you're just going to show on a webcam what you're doing at your house, then you don't need much. It doesn't need much. It doesn't need like superpower CPU cycles for that kind of activity. So you don't need that. What people are trying to do though are restream, YouTube and so on, and that takes a lot more energy because you're actually taking another video program and then restreaming it back as another video program. Well, that will consume a lot of computing power. So that's not what I'm going to talk about today. The question is there any real difference between using OBS versus using, let's say, Qualisun? Well, aside from the fact that it has video, not really. Not really. There's not really that much of a difference there. So for most of you, I recommend that you use, for restreaming onto Brax, I recommend that you use Twitch. YouTube Live is really for the more sophisticated YouTube broadcaster. If you're already an established YouTube account and you want to do YouTube Live, yeah, that's one thing. But if you're kind of a newbie at this, you should just use Twitch because it's a lot simpler. There are no rules on Twitch. There's a lot of rules on YouTube, so you don't really want to mess with those rules. So Twitch is really, really simple to do. It's for one, it's free. All you have to do Twitch is go to Twitch, set up an account, and they will give you what is called a stream key. Now, you got to remember that stream key because that's what you're going to plug into OBS. The stream key, and I'm not going to show you mine because it's supposed to be kept secret. It's going to be a very, very long. I have a meeting, but am I doing this right? I have a meeting, but am I doing this right? Well, you're right here, Jenny. So what is it that you're not doing that's right? You see me, right? You do see me, right, Jenny? If you see me, then we're okay. So so back to, and by the way, for YouTube people who are watching and saying, what the zuck, where's the comments coming from? The comments are on Brax.me app. So we're actually restreaming. We're restreaming YouTube Live into Brax.me, and all the comments are in a private platform on Brax.me. So I'm seeing all the comments here coming to me on Brax.me, and they can see the video as well. So it's one of the ways to get a private broadcast. Now, Brax.me, just to remind you, can handle a restream of YouTube Live, of Twitch, and can handle a direct private stream of Brax Live itself. But that's a premium product, and that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about that next week. I actually have it running on mine. So you'll be able to stream privately on Brax as well into a private server on Brax. But for the moment, what we're talking about are the free restreaming options, which is streaming using Twitch and streaming using YouTube Live. And tonight we're just going to focus on Twitch for most everyone. So when you set up a Twitch account, what you do is you get a stream key. Now, if you don't know what your stream key is, then you got to go into Twitch and find out what your stream key is if you already have an existing Twitch account. So go in there and search for your stream key. And once you have a stream key, you have to keep that. You have to keep that and cut and paste it into OBS. And that's about the main thing that you have to do to OBS to get it running. That's about it. The stream key. And I'm actually going to demonstrate that. Of course, I already have the stream key in here, so I don't need to enter it. You're not going to see it because it's going to be, you're going to see that it's hidden. And you should not share your stream key because somebody will broadcast in your name. Using OBS to restream a YouTube video and your audio, your PC microphone should be doable. Yeah, so basically what we're going to teach you is, in the simplest form, is how to take your computer, any computer, whether it be a Mac, a PC, or Linux machine, and using OBS. So this does not work on iOS or Android. This is just on a PC. On a PC, you use OBS. You download the software called OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, or Open Broadcaster Software, and install it. And depending on your platform, you have to just follow the instruction for installing it. On Windows, it's pretty simple. You click on it, and it gives you the setup, and then it will just install, and then you launch it, and I will show you what it looks like when it launches. When it launches, it will look like that. This is kind of a plain OBS with nothing on it. Nothing on it. So why is it not focused? It's kind of a bummer. It's not focused. How do I focus this? It's not focusing. Darn. It's not good. Okay, so I'm going to be demonstrating. This is what the OBS is going to look like when you have never used it before. It's just going to look like this, blank, blank. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. And it's going to be by Windows, Linux, and OS X. Yes. So OBS is not complicated for simple things. It's when you want to do complex things, then it's going to be more of a challenge to do advanced things, and you really have to understand certain things. So, any more questions on this? So you set up a Twitch account, you get a stream key. If you have a YouTube account, YouTube also has a stream ID, same as the stream key, and you find it in your Creator Studio live streaming area, and you will find it there. But in order to stream on YouTube Live, you need certain other things, like you need something called embed rights. It has to be enabled, and by default they do not enable it. Can your computer with Windows 7 be 2 years old and use OBS? I believe so, yes. Or use Windows 10. I think that it depends on what you're trying to do. If what you're trying to do is not that advanced, then it should not be a problem. If you're just going to show, you talking to the computer, that's not a big deal. It's when you have to stream. If you're attempting to stream YouTube or some other media, and then capture that and stream that back, that takes a lot more resources. But for just using the webcam of the camera of your computer and a microphone, that is not a big deal. Not a big deal. So I think we're maybe we are maybe taking it too many steps ahead here, because it doesn't require that much resources for basic stuff. Videos. If you're going to be streaming an existing video, now that is requires a lot of resources. That will require resources because you're actually going bidirectional. You're actually taking a video, so meaning you're taking it from the internet from some other source, then you're processing and using computer time just to display the video, and then you're going to use OBS to capture that and send it out again. That does use a lot of computer power. So yes, your old computer may struggle with that. So that's beyond what I'm going to talk about today. That's something for Vet to talk about. It's more advanced setup. What we're only concerned about are people that say, well, I can stream on my iPhone on Periscope, and all I have to do is click a button and I'm live on Periscope. Well, it's not exactly one click the first time, but after that it's pretty much one click. So it's only not one click on the setup. You do have to set up a couple of things, just a couple. And after you set it up on OBS, then it's just one click to broadcast with your webcam and your mic, your computer mic. Now, if you're gonna add like portable cameras, USB cameras, and all this, okay, now you're getting more complicated. But if you're just using webcam and existing microphone, it should be quite fast. Okay, it should be quite fast. So there's nothing really to do. Any questions? Where's Steve? Steve is like saying it took him a week and still couldn't figure out OBS. So Steve will have to watch the replay. Steve will have to watch the replay. Any more questions before I do a quick demo? Anyone else has a question? So I'm actually surprised at some of the commentary, like, oh, Twitch broke this and Twitch broke that. What the suck are you talking about? They're scoping products, Jeff. There's nothing to really, there's nothing to break. Twitch is independent. Twitch is not connected at all to whatever you're doing inside Brax or anything else other than to put your ID on Brax. It's really nothing to do with that. So there's not a likelihood that you're going to break anything inside of the app to do this. Really, it's not that complicated. Okay, what I'm going to do while I'm talking here looking for questions is I'm going to start oops, I'm on the wrong internet here. Hold on a second here. Let me connect to a different internet connection that has more bandwidth. I will need a USB external camera for what I need to do. Any recommendations? I used a Logitech. I can't show it to you because I can't use the camera on itself. But I'm using a Logitech camera that I put on a tripod, a mic tripod, and so I can move it around because I can just hold it in my hand like this, and it's on a tripod, and it's attached to the USB of my Mac. So it's not my only concern about this is that the cord is too short. So it may need some sort of way to extend that. Hello, Rosanna. So yeah. So don't worry about the camera at the beginning. Can you just start out with the basics and just use a computer and use OBS and just connect and keep it simple for now, and then worry about all the advanced stuff later on, because otherwise, you're like thinking about too many complexities, and especially you, Richard, when you know that you can probably go in front of a camera and talk and play music and just chat. Just put your webcam on, put the computer on your lap, and just talk all day. What about using a 360 camera so people watching can see the whole bar? I don't know about 360 camera, but you could get you can easily get a wide angle USB camera. Wide angle. I don't have experience with using 360 on OBS. I have a 360, but I've never tried it on OBS. So that's a good question. If you can use a 360 on OBS, I don't know. But all you really have to do is get a wide angle lens. I've seen many broadcasts. I've seen it on YouTube and Twitch, where they just have a wide angle lens. You just leave it there and you're all set. Put it in a corner, wide angle, everyone can be seen. And if it's 180 degrees or more, it's going to be great. And then just leave it there, and that's it. And then you don't have to say and do anything. You don't even have to touch it. Put it on a tripod, leave it on a computer, and it's going to be perfect. And the quality is going to be high because you can broadcast in high resolution. Okay, Richard, I've seen those. You can see them on Twitch. There's for example, there's a guy that's doing an automotive kind of he's like a mechanic, and he uses a wide angle lens to show the whole shop, and it looks great, high resolution, and he's broadcasting in 1080 or some high resolution, and it looks fantastic. So, and then the people watching it can reduce the resolution, to fit their particular device or bandwidth. So they don't have to use the full 1080 resolution on Twitch. Okay, so let me start off setting up my. I want to launch Brax here so I can show you with a test account. Hold on a second here. I'm gonna make a test account here and make sure that it has the settings that we're going to talk about. This is kind of hard to do in advance here because this is not, unfortunately you can't OBS a separate screen while you're doing OBS. It's like you can't do it twice. So I'm gonna just use an example in here. This is let me see, a Twitch account. Let me see, I don't know what my Twitch account is. Hold on a second. I may have to cut and paste here. Hold on. I'm going to shoot my, yeah, so any more, just keep asking questions while I'm setting this up. Keep asking questions while I set this up. What about legalities of shooting people? Is there anything you need to worry about? Legalities of shooting people. You're not making money off it, so I don't understand, you know, as long as you're not monetizing it, I don't think anyone will be able to get anything out of you. So I don't know. That's something you need to research on your own. I'm just my observation that it probably is not going to be an issue. Bobber from Periscope did use a 360 cam last night with OBS, so it can be done. Yeah, I just don't know what the brand and how you know what works, what doesn't work. So yeah, so I'm not exactly certain, but I'm almost ready to make this actually work and use this to broadcast on Twitch. Okay, so we're gonna broadcast on Twitch using this actual setup. Maybe we'll actually go. What we'll do is actually go on another station and actually launch it. We'll actually launch we'll launch another live stream on another channel using my test account. Oh, wrong account. Darn. This is not the account I wanted to use. Hold on. Sorry. I wanted to use a different account. So difficult to get this done live. OBS YouTube webcam video. OBS YouTube webcam on your PC with 10 Win 10 died. I don't know. I don't think that Windows 7 and Windows 10 are that different as far as you know, use of resources. Vet, I don't think so. Well, Windows 10 is pretty lean, so it's probably just not enough horsepower. You know, what is it? An i3? Maybe it's just an i3. If it's an i3, then you're trying to do too much on it, and maybe that's not appropriate for the machine. If you're doing an i3 and try to do too many things, you can do the kind of video I'm going to do here. That you can do. Okay, that you can do. So I'm going to use Pirate 3 here, and we're going to start a broadcast on Pirate 3 using Twitch. And let me just see if it starts. And I'm going to see, it's obviously there's no broadcast, so it's going to just be blank. Okay, Twitch is running on Pirate 3. So if you're, it's not actually Pirate 3, it's Pirate 3 is the name of the room, of the group. Okay, so I have it live there, and what I'm going to do is broadcast on that, and I'll show you exactly how this is done. So, are we ready for an actual demo now? This stream will be available for replay viewing. Yes, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. This is live on YouTube right now. This is being broadcast live on YouTube. How many people are watching here? 14? What does invalid video stream info mean? It means you are putting garbage in your stream account stream info. That's not what you do. I'm going to show you exactly. Once I set up my Twitch account, let me show you what I have on my identity settings. I'll show you right here. Okay, so this is a test account here, and what we're going to do is this is the Zuck account, and I'm going to go to my identity, Okay, and then I'm going to show you that there it is. That's my live streaming account, Twitch / your channel. Whatever your channel is. Not your streaming ID, your channel. That's it. That's all you do. Twitch / the channel. By the way, you can put anyone's channel on here. You can broadcast anybody else. So you can just put Twitch / Brax Me. You can broadcast me. There's really no restriction. That's why I'm doing food TV and other things on here simply by modifying that Twitch setting right there. Okay? Quite simple. Is that what you're putting there, Doug? If you're putting any other value that is not Twitch / the channel ID, it will say invalid stream info. Is that hard? Doug, I just want to make sure you understand. Twitch / the channel. The channel is your username on Twitch. In my case, it's Brax Me. Okay? That's all you have to do there, and then save it. Hit save. That's it. Okay, then what you do to broadcast is you go to your stream. So we're going to go to our stream here. And here it is running here. Let me start it up again so you can see. I'm going to end it right now. This is how you end. Uh-oh. Got to stop the... Oops. Wrong channel. I wanted to go to... not the one I'm on, but the Zuck one. There you go. Okay, I'm going to end the stream right now. And you can see in the bottom it says stop video broadcast. So we're going to stop the broadcast. Okay, so how do you start a stream? My information is on my identity. All I have to do is click on 3 dots, ellipsis menu, and there you go. Broadcast video. Right there. Right there. Broadcast video. Click. I click on that. It says start video broadcast. Yes. Done. And then it doesn't automatically launch the screen for you, so it doesn't interfere with OBS. But there it is. There's your stream. Now I'm not streaming live yet because I haven't turned on OBS, but that's where it's going to go. Okay, so right now it's not live because there's nothing, but that's all you have to do on Brax. Again, to review on Brax, all you have to do is put your streaming account in my identity, click on the 3-dot menu, say broadcast, and you're ready. That's it. Okay? So now nothing's happening here because you're not broadcasting yet. This is not a broadcast since there's no stream yet. So you need OBS now. So where is my OBS? So let's pull up OBS, and here's my, by the way, I lowered the resolution of the screen so it's easier to see. And I'm going to take that out, and we're just going to leave OBS in here. This is a blank OBS with nothing on it, no settings. All blank. This is what you're going to see when you start out and install OBS from scratch. It's going to look like this. Blank. Okay? Do you need to be logged into Twitch? No. No, you don't. No. Once you set up Twitch, that's it. Leave Twitch alone. Once you've put your stream ID in, it's just OBS and Brax. You don't have to do anything with Twitch at all. You don't have to look at Twitch. You don't really need to care about Twitch. Okay? And they don't really care because they make money off people viewing it with the ads. They're going to make their money. Don't worry about them. Okay? Any more questions before I go on? I want to do this kind of quickly so that when Steve comes in and says, well, this is fucking difficult, I want to make sure that I do it quickly. I want to make sure I demonstrate it in a short amount of time. So I don't want to hang out on OBS to make it seem like it's more complicated than it is. Okay? Any more questions before I go on? Okay, now we're going to be, this is a plain old Twitch. OBS. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to first go into settings. And by the way, settings is right there in the menu. right there, settings. Or you can also pull it from the menu up here, file, settings. Either way, whatever is easier for you. But I would just click on settings right there, and you're going to see this whole thing in here. And you're going to say, what the zuck? What's all this? And you can see all the options here, and there's 10 million settings in here. And you say, oh my gosh, this is so intimidating. There's so many settings, so many zucking settings in here. Well, let me tell you something. You don't need to mess with any of them except for what we're going to do tonight. All we're going to do is go do stream. Stream, that's it. Click on stream. Then it gives you an option, streaming services. And it actually defaults to Twitch. OMG, it actually defaults to Twitch. So all you have to do is put your streaming ID in here, cut and paste your stream key, and hit OK. Hit OK, and you're done with the zucking stream key. What the zuck? That is so zucking complicated. Now, the thing about this is it doesn't do anything because there's nothing yet that we're not doing it. This is the Let's Zucks broadcast. Okay, so we're gonna Zuck Steve tonight because I'm gonna make sure to keep it to 5 minutes. Well, I can't because I'm talking. Okay, so that's all I did was, again, to review. I went to settings, or just click on settings there. I just went to the item called stream, which is the second one, stream. And it actually already defaults to Twitch. So all I have to do is put the stream key on there from Twitch, save it, done. That's it. Next step, you're going to have to put sources on. Sources, okay? This is the two most difficult things you're going to do. The two most difficult things you're going to do in life. One is audio source. So you click on that and you say, I want to do audio input capture, meaning I want to capture my audio from the input, okay, meaning the mic. So we're going to do that and then create new. I am going to touch that, and you can pick the device, and you can pick the microphone that you want to use. It will be your default microphone, so I'll pick that. That's a default microphone for my computer. It will give you the options that, it will show you what's available for your computer. You pick the one that's your default microphone on your computer and hit OK. Done. And you can see now it's actually working. There's the mic, audio input capture. You can see that's already working. It's capturing audio, right? Right there. It's capturing the audio. It's working. Now, next, the last thing we're going to do, this is the final step before we stream, is say, let's capture the video. So now you say video captures device, and we're going to just use the webcam. So I click on that, and then I say, and it defaults to it. This is the webcam, and I'm going to just click on OK. That's it. And then I'm going to go stream. There we go. Now we're streaming on Twitch. Well, I need to resize this because this is kind of small, so you can kind of drag the window to make it larger. That's it. We're on Zucking Twitch now, live. We are live on Twitch. Now, for somebody like Scoping Products, this is all you have to do. Come on, this is not that difficult. I'm broadcasting on Twitch right now, so if you let's look at this and see. Yes, there it is. Show me ads. But I'm on Twitch right now, right there. Show me an ad on Twitch. So once we finish with the ad, then it should go on. Okay, that's it. We're streaming live on Zucking Twitch. Come on, guys. Twitch live. I do want to be. Yes, you do. See, now we're live. This is live. Okay, so I don't know. Is that really that complicated? Now I'm not doing anything difficult here, but for using it like an iPhone, It's really not that complicated. Now I'm going to show you what happens. Let me just pause this for now and go back to OBS. So OBS, all I have to do is say stop streaming if I want to stop. So I say stop, and then you can close your OBS window and forget it. Now, anytime you want to use OBS again, put OBS up and just hit start. That's it. Go to OBS, hit start. You're streaming. There's nothing else to do. Go to OBS, hit start streaming, and you're streaming. There, I'm not streaming right now. I stopped it. I hit start streaming. I'm streaming again. It's just as quick as using Periscope. There's really nothing to do here. Okay, now where it gets really complicated, I'm going to stop it again now. Where it gets really complicated is if you want to say, well, I'm going to restream, you know, something else. You go on the internet and you want to restream some other thing. Well, that's a lot more work because, you know, your computer needs to have the power to handle two things at once. Okay? Do I have to open Twitch at all? Nope. You don't have to go. Did I go to Twitch? Didn't even go to Twitch at all. You do not have to pay attention to Twitch. You're just using the platform to broadcast, and other people on Twitch will be able to see you, but likely they won't because you're not interesting enough to see because you're not playing games. So likely no one will actually see you on Twitch. So there's really nothing. There's no interface with Twitch whatsoever. It's just OBS, done. OBS and you're done. And then you go to Brax obviously and start the broadcast so that the Brax people see it. Otherwise, if you don't start the broadcast on Brax, nobody on Brax sees it. That's really it. Now I know that demo took a lot longer than 5 zucking minutes because I kept talking, but it can't really be that complicated for most basic things. It's really not that complicated for very, very basic thing. I'm not going to teach you anything advanced on OBS because I don't want to confuse the issue. I just want to show you. All you do is a video capture, audio capture, start streaming. 3 things you got to do on OBS. Put the stream key on to the default setting, which is Twitch. Put the stream key in. Put the video device, audio device, and hit start. And then when you're done, hit stop. Okay? Then go to Brax and then start the broadcast on Brax so that you're actually restreaming on Brax. And that's it. And when you end your stream here and you end your stream on Brax. Okay? Because your channel is broadcasting on Brax even though you stop the stream. And it doesn't matter which one you do first. No one's going to die if you do Twitch first or you OBS first or you do Brax first. It makes no difference. It makes no difference. I didn't see the video from in Brax. I'm not streaming now. I just stopped. Do you want me to stream again? Here, I will stream Twitch again. There. I am streaming Twitch again now on the Zuck account. Twitch is streaming right now. But I did turn it off. Okay? It's streaming right now. So that's all I have to do. Stop, start right here on OBS. And I don't ever go to Twitch. I have no reason to go to Twitch. By the way, if you are a Amazon Prime member, if you're a Prime member of Amazon and you logged into Amazon on this same device and same browser, it will leave a cookie on and you will not see any ads as long as you link your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, and you get Twitch features for free with no advertising. Okay, the video icon to broadcast will not show up unless you put in your stream ID in my identity. If you don't do that, it will not have a broadcast ID. Let me show it to you again. Let me stop the stream here and show it to you again. So I'm going to go back to Brax and I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to stop the stream. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like with no stream running. So this is a streamless uh, channel here. Okay, so here we are, and I'm going to go into this station here. And because I have my identity filled out, I'm going to see that broadcast video icon on desktop. You're not going to see on mobile. Not available on mobile. If you're trying to do this on iOS, you're not going to see it. This is only on mobile because obviously OBS only runs on the desktop. So there it is. Broadcast video. It's only visible when you put it in my identity. Click on it. And you're on. And then it pulls from OBS, up from your channel. It will not auto start. You have to hit the play. It will not auto start, but it's already visible to everyone else. When you're done, go back to the menu and stop the broadcast. Don't forget to do that. Okay, now if you're not a broadcaster, meaning you don't have a stream ID, this will not show up. Only people with a channel will have this. Okay? So any more, huh? How what? Which one? What is the huh? So I showed you that earlier. You go to your My Identity and make sure you put your Twitch/channel on your My Identity and save it. Save it. If you don't save it, then it's not there. You have to save it, and that should do it. Great. So if I record any video on my computer first on my old unit with nothing running but OBS and Brax, I can broadcast video and audio now. Yeah, I think you can do it will still use a lot of CPU though, but maybe a little bit better than getting it off, some other source. I think if you have the video on your computer and you're just doing it as a source, which I'm not going to explain, that's for somebody else to explain like that. You can feed a video in. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to explain that at all here. So you can actually stream any kind of audio source that OBS can audio or file source that OBS can find. So it can do anything. So anybody else have any questions? Scoping products, you had a question? Jeff? You got a question, Jeff? Only people with channels. Well, the only people with channels are the ones with a Twitch account. If you don't have a Twitch account, then let me just again explain what you have to do to Twitch. You go to Twitch, you set up an account, and they give you a stream key, and that's the one you have to put onto OBS. The stream key. It's very long. You put the stream key into OBS, and that's it. And then you need your audio source, video source, hit stream, and you're streaming to Twitch. You don't interact with Twitch whatsoever. Other than setting up your account, maybe putting in your photo on Twitch and such, there's really nothing else that happens on Twitch. Okay, nothing else happens on Twitch. It's really quite simple. So I don't want anyone coming around and saying, "Wow, this is just so complicated," and it's much more complicated than but. I'm gonna tell you something that's actually interesting. It is easier than but. To be honest with you, it is easier than but. Easier. Incredibly funny that it's easier than but. It's easier than Qualisent. It's easier than audio. Very funny. Okay, easier than audio. So what is that? Oh yeah, there. That's if you forget your stream key, it's showing you OBS is connected, and then when I connect to Brax Station, I still don't get the video icon. Well, we can check that, but I can check the database. Maybe you didn't hit save on your My Identity. Go to My Identity right now, or maybe you have a typo in there. Does it say invalid stream info? Then there's a typo. Maybe you put a space at the beginning of it. Make sure there's no extra space. My Identity, Jeff. Go to My Identity. Okay, let me bring it up again on here for both of you. Okay, this is really the most complicated part in Brax, to be honest. Okay. You go to My Identity in Settings. Scroll down to Live Streaming Account. Make sure you don't put any spaces like Doug, for example, if you put any extra spaces like this, that'll mess it up. It has to be exactly as I show you here. Twitch/channel ID. You can try mine if you want. Stream mine. Just to make sure you don't have any typos. That's it. You can't put anything else in here. That'll be an invalid stream info. If it doesn't have the right combination, which is Twitch on the left of the slash with no space, then it will fail with the invalid stream info. It has to be precise. And then, of course, you got to go to the top and hit save. Because if you don't hit save, nothing happens. Okay? That's all you have to do, and then you go to the stream, pick the channel you want to broadcast into, like this, and there it is. So if you're not a broadcaster, you don't see that. If you're not a broadcaster, you don't see that. Okay, and that's it. So you can try it out now while I'm here. Do I still need to use but? No, you don't need to use but unless you want to just do audio. But you can actually do audio on OBS and then have a fixed, instead of a video source, you can put an image as a source. So you can put a fixed picture on there. The sound will come from OBS. Okay, did you miss that part of where I did the 3 things you do on OBS? Do I need to do it again? Or do you just watch the replay? On OBS, you have to put 3 things. Okay, 3 things you do on OBS. The stream key, the audio source, the video source, which will be your webcam and existing mic on your computer. That's it. Start the stream. You're live now. Okay, let me verify that you are in fact live. Okay, so let me see. And I see scoping products is here. Okay. Let's see if I can see you on my iOS device. I have 3 devices here streaming, so it's a little slow right now. Okay, scoping products, and there's I see scoping products offline. So your OBS is not on. So you're not streaming on OBS. Either that or you put the wrong stream key on there. You are offline. You are not. So leave this alone now. Just worry about OBS. This is fine right here. This is fine right here. Now you just make sure that OBS is running. Okay? Because OBS has the camera and the mic. OBS is called the encoder. The encoder has to be right. Just let's get our terminology right here. The subscription to the broadcast is occurring on Brax. It's called a subscription to the broadcast. So the subscribers are on Brax subscribing to the broadcast, but the encoder is the one sending the stream to Twitch. And the encoder is called OBS. Okay, let me see. Live scoping products is zucking live. Let me see. Oh my gosh! Jeff is zucking live. Jeff is live. Jeff figured it out. Okay, live. So Jeff is live. So now we got one party able to broadcast now live with zucking video. Okay, good job. Excellent. I'm not listening to you, Jeff, so I'm not listening to the sound because I'm broadcasting here, but I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. I'm going to leave now. I got to go back to my own stream here so I can look at comments. So I'm going to go back to, okay, Doug is streaming on test channel. Okay, let me see if Doug is doing it right. Doug is doing some, I don't see anything here. Hold on. I don't see anything. There's no video. So Doug's setting is wrong. So Doug can actually, he probably has the wrong setting in my identity. So we're going to have to examine that later on. So there's some sort of typo in there. Maybe there's a space. Maybe there's a space in the stream setting. Okay. What do I see in Brax? Nothing except comments. What do I see in Brax? Nothing except comments. Yeah, well, what else do you need to see in Brax? Jeff, Jeff, listen to me, Jeff. The broadcaster does not automatically see the broadcast until you hit the play button. And the reason for that is so that you don't get two sounds from your broadcast and from OBS and slow OBS down. So the broadcaster does not automatically see the broadcast. You have to hit the play button. The rest of us see it. So I could see you, Jeff. Jeff, you're fine. You're broadcasting just fine. You just have to hit the play button if you want to see yourself. But you really shouldn't look at yourself because you can see yourself on OBS. Okay? You don't want to monitor yourself because you don't want to monitor yourself because it will be dual sounds. You'll have two sounds and will echo. There'll be like an echo, and you don't want that. So it will be weird. So you don't want to be monitoring on Brax. So Brax is just comments, and if you want to see what you look like, have OBS open in the window, and that's all you need to worry about. Okay, is that are we all set? So Doug is the one with likely a typo on the my identity setting. I can check that after I get out of here to see what the typo is, but it could be something simple like a space on the Twitch side. It's on to the left. The typo is on the left side. The typo is on the left side of the live streaming account. Okay, now I just want to make sure that is this difficult? Can somebody tell me if this was such a difficult thing to do? Please confirm with me and let me know if you found it to be quite difficult. And if so, then I'll figure a way to make it simpler. So again, terminology-wise, I want to make it educational for you. The OBS is called the encoder. OBS is referred to as the encoder. The encoder has nothing to do with anything. You have to encode your video and your sound. You have to encode your video and the sound, and it's you use a software called OBS. There are other software you can use, but at the moment, most of you are going to be using OBS. Once the encoder sends the stream to Twitch or to whoever, in this case Twitch, then you're done with the encoding. Now you're into subscription. And the subscription is the people watching the video. And to enable that, you have to go to Brax and say, broadcast the video. And that then allows everyone else to see it. Okay? Now, I'm going to make an announcement here related to this for those of you who want to know if there's any other option other than Twitch and YouTube Live. Well, I actually just tested today an early alpha test of private Brax servers. Private Brax streaming using private servers of Brax. Not Periscope, not Twitch, not YouTube, but Brax servers. So that's successful. There's a lot more I have to do, but it runs. Okay, it runs. There's still some issues I got to figure out, but it runs. So I'm hoping that by next week, private streaming will be available to some people on Brax. If you want to stream privately, you can subscribe to that feature. It's not free, but it's not it's cheap, but it's not free, but it's cheap. You won't have to pay a lot of money for it. But I'm going to be offering that. Eventually. It'll be beta for a bit. So we're going to do beta for at least a couple or more weeks, and then I'm going to figure out how to set up a way to build for that. And then that can go into production. But at the moment, that's going to go in beta, kind of like an optional version of Twitch and so on. And by the way, the Brax version of streaming does not need OBS if you don't want it to be included. You can actually stream right from your webcam. So you will have the option of just saying stream from my webcam, and you will have the option to stream on using OBS or stream just straight webcam direct. Okay, I click on the button, I get the TV button, I get nothing. What is the TV button? Because we got to check your my identity stream info, your live streaming account info is wrong, and I don't know what it is yet. I got to go look at it. So you can talk to me. You can talk to me after this, and that's what's wrong with your setting. Is there something wrong in your my identity? I would advise you to check if there's any space on it. Make sure there are no spaces to the left of the word Twitch. If you have a space on the word Twitch, then you're zucked. Did you check that, Doug? That's probably all it is. Like a space. If there's an extra space on there, I'm live now, I see it on Twitch. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Twitch, Doug. You're done with that. All you have to worry about is the my identity setting. There's a typo. And I'm guessing your typo is likely a space. It has to be exactly the way it's formatted, to be valid. It's got to be an exact format. Twitch / your channel with no space on the left. I can dual stream on Periscope and I can dual stream on Periscope and Brax. No, not from the one computer. You can do it if you have an iPhone, yeah. Dual stream, use an iPhone for one and then OBS on the other. Yeah, you can do that. but you can't use OBS to broadcast to two sources at the same time. That doesn't work. Although they might have that available, but at the moment you can't do that. You can do it if you use Restream.io. So that there's a service you can use called Restream.io, and you can dual stream on using OBS. So the website is called Restream.io, and it has some limitations. It doesn't work for me. The limitations are your Periscope account must be set up for Twitter, meaning it was set up with a Twitter account. If your Periscope account is Twitter based, you can use Restream.io to broadcast to Twitch and Periscope at the same time using just one source. Right. So the issue here is if there's a space on the Twitch side, can't have a space. It's got to be exactly like that. No spaces anywhere. No spaces anywhere, including to the left of the word Twitch. Doug, I can easily see the problem when I get out of here. Will you talk to me after this, Doug, and I can check you out. Check it out for you. Doug, will you talk to me after? I can verify. I need to make sure you're going to be around. Then I can help you. I can go into the database and see what you have in there. I can see if it's invalid. That's all it is. That's your only problem, Doug. It's something really, really basic. Of course, Doug is not paying attention right now. Anybody else have any question? How come nobody else is, anybody even watching? Anybody have any question? I don't know actually how many are watching on YouTube Live because I'm not checking YouTube Live right now. Anybody else? If not, then we will end this. I just don't want it to be seen as, being so complicated. There's nothing really complicated about this. Okay, so looks like we will hopefully tonight bring up multiple broadcasters in OBS, and that will be so much fun. And then once you get used to OBS, then you can start playing around with some other options, and that you can figure out later on. But as far as the very, very basic here, it doesn't really require that much sophistication. One thing that I will in fact tell you, which is kind of advanced, but you might as well know it now. If you want to make video replays available on Twitch, there is a archive setting in your account settings, and I believe it's in settings, and there's an option there to archive your broadcast, and you have to turn that on. By default, there are no replays. Thank you, Nelly. By default, there are no replays on Twitch. By default, there are no replays on Twitch. But if you want to activate the replays on Twitch, very simple. Just go to your account in Twitch and say archive, and your replays will be available for you don't need, just share the link to Twitch. Share the link to Twitch, and all your replays will be there. There's no need to put it on Brax. Why waste time managing that? It's already on Twitch. When I'm doing it on YouTube Live, right, like this, there's an automatic replay on YouTube Live, so I don't have to do anything there either. Now, you can obviously record your video using OBS. OBS has the ability to record. I'll show you. So there's OBS, and right there, start recording. You can record right there. Just hit that button. Okay, now the problem is, will you run out of space, slow down the computer, It will probably slow down. If your computer's not that powerful, then you're using up more resources for OBS. By the way, this computer that I'm showing you here, the one that I'm using right here to do this demonstration, is a it's a brand new computer with an i5 processor. So an i5 processor is just fine. This is a brand new computer, i5, and then my Mac is an i5, I believe. Yes, this is so the Mac that I've been using to broadcast on YouTube is an i5. It's an older Mac. This Mac is a couple years old. Okay, so it's fine. Couple-year-old Mac, i5, no problem. My other computer that I use for day-to-day is an i7, brand new also. So i5s are fine. I've been able to do everything on these computers. On this brand new i5 that I have here, I can restream Periscope. Periscope really drags the CPU down. I mean, Periscope uses up I don't know, 36% CPU just on Periscope alone. This one, just to show you, OBS, if I start streaming, let me just start streaming here just to see what the CPU is. I'm just going to watch CPU here. OBS itself is not bad. Okay, OBS is using, well, it is bad. So OBS alone is using 26% CPU on an i5, brand new. Okay, and if you're running another video source, that also can use up another 25%. So you'll be at 50% on a brand new computer. You'll probably be at 70%, 80% on an old computer. Yeah, you're going to stress it out. So you can see, so this one is it's averaging between 25 to 28% using OBS by itself. Okay, yeah. So when you're using another source and displaying the video, such as let's say you're running YouTube or Periscope. Periscope is one of the worst ones. Periscope.tv, and you're pulling out the video from that, and then you're retransmitting it to Brax. Whew. Yep. You probably need a lot of bandwidth and a lot of computer power. So it will probably get hot. So yeah. But I'm saying that for what we're talking about, which is the scoping products or the Doug kind of scopes, where it's just sit in front of the webcam and play music and such, not going to be an issue. It's not going to be a problem. Okay, what's a general limit for there's no limit for file size. If you have space, your limit is just the CPU processing power. And if the video is already local, then OBS will take care of it, so it may use less resources. You can test it with a short video. I mean, it's just gonna be the same whether it's a big video or a short video. You can test with a short video. So if you have a video on your computer and you want to test it, you can test it, because a video is typically like a couple of gigabytes. It's pretty average. Okay? For some weird reason, I'm tapping screen every now and then and giving you hearts. That's a very strange thing. Tapping the screen giving hearts. Very strange thing. Where'd you learn that from? Where'd you learn that from? Any more questions? There's quite a few people in here, and no one really cares to ask a question. I'm shocked. So let's see who else is here. None of you have any questions? None of you have any questions? I can't believe it. And then of course Steve leaves. What time is it? Yeah, Steve leaves, so he's gonna have to watch the replay because yep, he didn't want to listen to the 5-minute demo. So what OS are you running on that older Mac OS X? And then the other one is Windows 10. How much memory on your new computer? I don't think these have more than 8. Just 8 gig, I believe. So just 8. I don't. My Mac is probably the same. Maybe my Mac only has 4. So these are not like superpower machines. These are very, very basic machines. No superpower computer here. I don't have anything more than 8. I've never had to do more than 8 here. So that's a good sign because I'm not, it means that you don't need some exceptional device to do this. Nelly, the Mac, I'm sure, is the latest. I'm always updated. You got to keep your OS updated because of the viruses. So my Mac is whatever the latest OS X is, and Windows 10 on the other one. So they're all up to date. The other one's obviously brand new. So, any more questions? Otherwise, I'm gonna end the YouTube. Add Periscope, and you may need 16. Well, I'm running this with Periscope on, so it's fine. I mean, it is running around 50% CPU, so it is hot. It is running hot, but it works. You think you got it? Okay, Doug. So now, Doug, if you want to just do mostly music and you don't want to show your face, then what you do is instead of doing video capture, you add an image. You create an image and you put that on the screen instead, or you overlay many images on screen. Let's say you're playing Led Zepp, then you can put Led Zepp pictures on the screen. Whatever you want. You can have a lot of fun with this. The music is the same; it's always the same music, and you can also have desktop audio. Now, this is a very important thing that you might be interested in. Desktop audio. So you can actually broadcast whatever your device is broadcasting as a desktop audio. And it's an option on OBS, which means you turn the mic off. So you don't hear any mic, you just hear whatever you're playing on your computer. So if you're playing something from your archives on your MP3 files, then you actually don't hear your own voice. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty much a lot simpler than butt. So hopefully you can kind of like say zuck butt, zuck that butt, zuck that butt. Let's go OBS and zuck the butt. Okay. So yeah, I think in essence there's more things you can do here for less confusion. Even on yeah, zuck butt. Yes, even on I have no clue. Plus people yell at me for posting. I'm gonna eat worms. I have no clue. People, why would it? Jenny, somebody was just teasing you. Jenny, somebody's just teasing you. Jenny, you're already here. What is there to learn? Just hang out on the live streaming. That's all you need to worry about. We can have somebody can broadcast teaching you Brax right here on Brax. Not for tonight though, but somebody can do that, and because a lot of people do that here on Brax, and you can watch somebody teach you Brax on Brax, as long as you can get into the live stream, which you can. Which OS X? Okay, the latest one. There's 10 point whatever it is. I have no idea. Let's see. Why does it matter? It's the latest. It's 10.12.5. The latest. whatever the latest is. So 10.12.5 on this particular one. You should always update, to the latest that your computer will take. Because otherwise, broadcasting eating worms would be cool. So Jenny is like, worried that you don't know how to use all the features of Brax. The only thing you need to know, Jenny, is this. Jenny, this is the only thing you need to learn. Go into the live tab, and you will see at the top of it, join all the stations. Join other channels, it says. Make sure you join all the channels you want to join. Because to make sure you're in all the channels. Beyond that, just hang out and see which one is live and go into it. And don't worry about any other feature Brax. Don't worry about any other feature Brax right now. That's what we're going to focus on. I'm actually, we're going to put some videos on YouTube that just shows you that. Come into Brax as a new user, join the station's channels, and hang out. That's it. You already doing it right? Jenny, you know how to put your profile pic on, and you know how to make a comment. There's really nothing else to do. You're doing it right. What are you worried about? You're already doing it right. Don't let Linus scare you, because Linus is kind of, troublesome. Linus is a young kid. He's troublesome. Where are you, Linus? So he will go scare you with his comments, and he's just a kid. So don't worry about him. You're doing great. You're here. Any more questions? I keep getting chat requests, and I have to what to do with them. Well, if you're getting chat requests, Jenny, then click on them and read them. Okay, then that's the other thing you do is go to the chat, go to your menu, go look at chat, and you will see anyone that has a chat will have a yellow check mark. Somebody wants to talk to you. Scoping products can't see where you're brought. It doesn't matter. You can pick any channel you want. Just make sure you end it afterwards. So I think, just pick a channel you want, Jeff, and broadcast to it. Make sure you join all the channels, Jeff. So you have all the station options. It doesn't matter what channel, if it's available. Well, you do want to put music under music, talk under talk. Pirate is variety. So that can be anything. But just make sure that that we prefer the music channels to be music. So don't take up the music channels if you're not playing music, because you're taking it from somebody who wants to play music. Okay, because I'm trying to distribute the channels based on popularity. So the music channels are kind of popular. I necked all channels, and then that is gone. You're not gone from the channels. Just go to the live list and click on the top. It says join all the channels. Are you exiting the channel? Did you say leave channel? You never leave the channel. Unless you have any particular reason to, you never ever leave the channel. There's no reason to leave the channel unless, it's a specific channel you don't want to be involved with. But almost all the channels are open channels, so there's really no reason to leave them. If you're in a private channel, then you can leave that, but there's really no reason to leave a public channel because, that's broadcaster specific. No necking with the channels. Don't touch the channels with your lips, please. Okay, so let's see, what else? I have 42. Okay, so you have 42 chat messages. So Jenny, if somebody wants to chat with you, well, chat back with them. It looks just like this. No, I have 300 chat messages at any one time, and I try to keep deleting them. Then join it again. Go to join other channels and start clicking on them again. Don't leave them. Just are they? So uh, don't worry about you know, you're scared that you're getting a chat request. That's funny. Oh my gosh, I'm getting chat requests. I don't know what to do. Then chat. I don't know what to do with a chat request. Well, it means somebody wants to chat with you. So click on it. Okay? Okay, Jenny, you click on the chat and you'll see all the people that want to chat with you, and you'll see a yellow mark if there's a new message. You'll see a yellow check mark, which means there's a new message on it. And that's really it. Click on the new message and read it and answer back just like you do. It looks just like this. There really is no difference between streaming chat, chat on a live stream, and chat on private chat. They're all the same. They look exactly the same. So there's really nothing to worry about. Okay? Any more questions? I hope this is pretty simple. And I don't need to scope for. I mean, I don't need to broadcast here for more than this. Okay. Last call for questions, and I'm gonna end it. Do we get a chat request from Rob when he is live, or what are those for? I don't know. I do not get. You do not get a chat request. You get notifications. When somebody wants to go broadcast, you get a notification. That is not a chat request. It's a notification. It is on your notification screen. That is not a chat request. It just says you're getting notified of a live channel. Notifications can be anything. It could be a new post somewhere, a new chat, a new broadcast. So that has nothing to do with anything other than to alert you that there's something new. Okay? Okay, so I think I don't see any more questions, so I'm gonna. If I don't see anything else, then I will say goodbye and end the broadcast. Okay, see you later.